No, we just lie.
You're good.
It's a perfect way to get what you want all the time.
Blake Lively's lawyer is going to give up on the case, and there may be only one thing to blame. In fact, it's about to become very clear how Blake's problematic behavior landed her in this mess in the first place. Does this mean that Blake's finally going to be proven guilty? Believe it or not, something completely unexpected has gone down. It all started back in December of 2024 during the filming of It Ends With Us, when Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of harassment and intimidation. Needless to say, this came as a massive surprise, especially when Baldoni had nothing troubling to say about his experience.
People that are smarter than you. I had an incredible team and an incredible group of women around me.
Just 1 month later, he hit back hard. He filed a $400 million defamation lawsuit. However, not long after those allegations hit the headlines, WME, Justin's own talent agency, quietly cut ties with him. One day he's their golden boy, the next he's completely dropped. Just like that. Naturally, everyone started connecting the dots. Could Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, two of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, have nudged WME into making that decision? And if they did, was it to permanently ice Baldoni out of the industry? You already know the internet was in full detective mode. Reddit threads lit up, publicists were whispering at Hollywood parties. And suddenly the big question wasn't just what happened on set, it was who's really pulling the strings here? And then WME broke their silence. In what looked like a desperate attempt to clear the air, WME finally released a statement. And get this, they completely denied being influenced by either Blake or Ryan. According to them, the decision to drop Baldoni was theirs and theirs alone. No pressure, no whispers, no favors, just a straightforward business move. At least that's what they said. But come on, this is Hollywood. Nothing is ever just business. Behind the scenes, rumors were swirling that Lively and Reynolds had used their A-list power to pressure the agency. If true, that would mean two of the most influential people in the entertainment world had just orchestrated a career-ending takedown. That's not just personal, that's strategic. However, Baldoni wasn't one to keep quiet. On January 21st, 2025, Justin Baldoni's team decided it was time to come swinging. They released behind-the-scenes footage from the set of It Ends With Us, and not just to one media outlet. Oh no, they handed it over to TMZ, the drama gods of celebrity gossip. In this clip, Blake and Justin are seen slow dancing, filming a montage, just vibing in what should have been a quiet scene.
I think we have to back up. This is on the mark, but I think the light is fucking too a little bit.
It's a little better when it's behind me.
Oh, okay.
But if you remember Blake's lawsuit, she alleged that this was the moment when Justin got way too close, whispering a creepy line in her ear and dragging his lips along her neck. She claimed that he had said, "It smells so good," and when she later objected, his response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." Now here's where it gets complicated, because in the footage, you can hear Blake laughing and saying, "I'm probably getting spray tan on you," and Justin chuckles back with, "It smells good," and that's it. No sultry whispers, no lip dragging, just awkward banter. But before you start forming opinions, wait. Because Blake's legal team clapped back fast. They released a statement through People, saying the video didn't disprove anything. In fact, they said it showed Justin attempting to kiss her and Blake clearly pulling away and trying to steer things back on track, asking repeatedly for the characters to just talk. According to her team, every single frame supports her version of events. So, who's telling the truth? Depends on who you ask. Because from the way Baldoni talks, it's hard to see how he might have wanted to jeopardize the project in such an extreme way.
Took my face off the cover of the paperback because I think there was a lot of resistance to reading the book with my face on the cover for a lot of reasons.
But then, it got even pettier, because come February 1st, Justin launched an entire website. Yes, a full-blown digital platform called Lawsuit Info. And it's not just a press release or a vague timeline. We're talking PDFs of his amended complaint, charts, receipts, screenshots. Basically a PowerPoint presentation of his version of the truth. There's even a document mapping out every single event from Blake's casting all the way to their current mess. And Baldoni wasn't finished just yet. On February 4th, he came back swinging again, this time with notes from an intimacy coordinator meeting that, according to him, Blake skipped. The notes were included in his amended complaint, and he even dropped a photo of 2 full pages of handwritten scribbles from the meeting. He claimed he sat down with the coordinator in April of 2023 to figure out how to film the intimate scenes properly and respectfully. And the twist? he also submitted screenshots of a text exchange with Blake. In it, he offered to set up a time for her to meet with the coordinator. And her response was, "I feel good. I can meet her when we start. Thank you, though." Now, depending on who you believe, this either proves that Blake was informed and skipped the meeting, or that she had every intention to participate later. The internet, of course, is split in half like it always is. However, there's a whole other side to this case. Suddenly, all eyes turn to the publicist. Here enters Leslie Sloane, the Hollywood fixer whose job is to keep stars looking polished, unbothered, and above the drama. But now, she's right in the middle of it. According to Baldoni's side, Leslie didn't just spin the narrative, she built the whole web.
You want it? Don't give it to him.
Score.
Just
Right.
keep restraint.
Yeah, we can
Score.
just do a little bit of restraint.
Ryan, come on back.
They're saying she was the mastermind who leaked rumors to the press, branded Baldoni a predator, and stirred up the kind of negative press that sticks like glitter in a rug. We're talking headlines, gossip, secret Hollywood dinner table conversations, the whole machine. Her quotes allegedly included things like the whole cast hates him and that Blake was sexually assaulted. If true, these weren't just spicy sound bites, they were career-leveling statements. And Justin's team is pushing to hold her accountable, framing her as the person who turned a private dispute into an all-out media war. But Leslie's not staying silent either. Fast forward to February of 2025, and Leslie Sloane officially made her move. She filed a motion to be dismissed from the lawsuit altogether. Her team argued that all of this was totally out of line, and they claimed she was just doing her job, protecting her client's image, navigating a PR crisis, and sticking to what any publicist would do when someone as famous as Blake Lively got tangled in controversy. And as far as those spicy comments were concerned, her lawyers were calling them opinions protected by free speech. Some of them, they claimed, were even rooted in truth. Basically, Leslie's team was saying that this lawsuit is a distraction from the real issue, what Blake accused Justin of on set. They want her out of this mess and away from the drama that's now threatening to upend more than just her professional life. However, the drama doesn't stop there because Justin's not backing down. Now, Justin Baldoni's team is not buying the free speech excuse.
What we're talking about here, we're talking about becoming elite, high performers. We're talking about living to 150 now and biohacking and...
They're claiming Leslie didn't just react to the allegations, she escalated them. According to his legal team, she actually helped create the narrative. They're pushing hard for her to stay in the lawsuit, painting a picture of a three-way power play between Lively, Reynolds, and Sloane. A campaign of character assassination, all coordinated and precise, meant to bring Justin down one headline at a time. And now that Leslie wants out, Justin's side wants her in the hot seat, where they can question every press call, every planted quote, and every leak that allegedly came from her team. It's a war over who gets to control the narrative and who gets to walk away untouched. What makes this case an even bigger deal is how it's echoing across the industry. Everyone from talent agents to studio heads to PR managers are watching it unfold, wondering what this means for their own behind-the-scenes dealings. Because let's be honest, Hollywood is built on spin. But when spin turns into alleged defamation and publicists get dragged into court, the whole game changes. So where do things stand now? As of March of 2025, the judge still hasn't decided whether Leslie gets to bow out gracefully or if she's staying in for the long haul. That ruling could completely shift the direction of the case. If she's dismissed, it takes a little heat off Blake and Ryan. But if she stays in, it opens the door for discovery, cross-examinations, and maybe even leaked messages that the public was never meant to see. Yes, we could be heading into that kind of courtroom thriller. Meanwhile, what's Blake doing while all of this goes public? According to a source who spoke to People, Blake is surprisingly calm. Apparently, she's focused on family, keeping close contact with her team, and not letting this derail her day-to-day life. That source added, she sees the whole lawsuit drama as a necessary bump, but she's not letting it take away from her main focus, which is her children, which, if true, is the definition of multitasking, handling a multi-million-dollar lawsuit and still doing school runs. Do you think Baldoni will manage to prove his innocence, or do you believe Blake Lively will emerge victorious? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to know more about Blake's dirty laundry, check out this video on the truth behind Ryan and Blake's marriage.